Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at a couple more action figures made by Figures Toy Company. And these are done in the Mego style, 8-inch format. And these are two DC Comics characters. And they're loosely based on the way these characters appeared in the World's Greatest Superheroes line from the 1970s. But they each have sort of an updated look. This one over here is from the Super Friends series. And I think this one was just done along with the various Batman figures that they did in their line. Lots of different versions of stuff was put out by Figures Toy Company. And when I was sort of going on their website, looking at ones I wanted to buy, these two stood out just in terms of the overall styling of the characters. So I think they did a great job on these. I love this all black outfit for Batgirl. I think she looks fantastic. And this image that they chose to match up on the packaging. Just sort of this really dynamic pose. I think that looks fantastic. And on the back, you can see where it sort of looks like a comic book cover. I don't know if this was actually done as an actual comic book that had this as a cover. I'm not familiar with it, but I think it looks fantastic. And you can see the date on this. This is 2017. So this would have been just a year before Mego made their comeback. And at the time, Mego didn't really start doing 8-inch DC characters until 2020. So I was buying these from Figures Toy Company, not really knowing if Mego was actually going to be able to do 8-inch scale action figures. So I bought these assuming that we wouldn't necessarily get those. And then on the Robin figure, this was probably the best of the various Robin figures that they had to offer, just in terms of the detail on the head sculpt and the outfit, and also with this molded gloved hands, which looked more sophisticated than the sort of mitten gloves that were done on the sort of retro style one. And then on the back, you can see the Super Friends. I believe they did most of these characters too, so pretty broad selection in that particular series. And you can see the date on this one. This is even earlier, 2015. So these are a few years old, and I think they look fantastic, but let's get them out of the package so we can see some of the details on the head sculpts and outfits. So stay tuned. Okay, so we have these two figures out of the package now. And in terms of the outfits on these, I think they're just fantastic. You can see on Batgirl's cape, it's just huge. Like, it's all folded over in the package, so you don't necessarily see how big it is, but it's actually kind of gigantic. And it also features a wire inside of this part, so that gives you the ability to sort of pose the cape in various, poses to make it sort of like it looks like it's blowing in the wind or whatever like that. So I love that feature, and I love the shininess of it. Much like on some of the other Figures Toy Company figures I've reviewed, I think they did a good job on the capes. And this also has the rooted hair, so you get that nice red hair coming off through the back of the cowl. So very nice. One other feature I want to show you, which differentiates this figure from the modern Mego figure, there's more articulation in the neck of the Figures Toy Company female figures. There's actually 2 points of articulation because there's a spin up here at this end of the neck, but then there's articulation in the lower part of the neck. So it actually gives you quite a bit of posability. So you can move from side to side, front and back, and spin. So very nice extra articulation on the neck of the female Figures Toy Company. So in terms of the rest of the body, it's pretty much the same. There are some quality control issues in terms of the Figures Toy Company bodies. What I noticed on this one is that the elbows are quite loose. You can see she can't hold a pose in terms of like the elbow articulation. Most of the other articulation seems pretty good, and it may be possible for me to upgrade that at some point because I do have some spare body parts from modern Mego figures. So I might be able to adapt part of that to fix this problem. If I do, I'll try and document that and make a video about it on the channel. So, but overall, very happy in general with this figure. I think it looks quite nice. And I do like this molded arm with the gauntlets. I think that is a very nice feature, but it does limit in terms of, how much I can do in terms of customization. Pretty much have to retain that arm if I want to do any customizing on this. So that figure looks great. On the Robin figure, overall, I'm pretty happy with the way this looks. Again, they did a very good job with the cape. Includes an extra collar piece here. And this one also has the wire inside, much like some of the other capes we've reviewed. So it gives you that extra posability in terms of, making it look like it's blowing in the wind or whatever like that. So outfit looks good. I like these gloved hands. They rotate at the wrist, so that's quite nice. Good detail on the boots. I like this little wing detail. That looks really nice. And I like this belt. That looks good. But in terms of the body, there's some problems. Basically, you can see this joint where it attaches the head to the neck. Very wobbly. It's not very secure at all. So I think this might be fixable, though. I think if I mainly just swapped out the main torso part with a modern Mego figure, I might be able to fix all these problems, because the arms and legs seem pretty solid. The joints on these seem tight, and I think all that stuff could be retained, and just swap out this part, make a more secure attachment point for the head sculpt, because I think the head sculpt looks good. It's sort of simple, but very clean looking, and I actually like the expression on the face and everything. So, so I think they did a good job on that. But again, the quality control issues, it's like that on a lot of the Figures Toy Company figures, to be honest. So I may have to do some surgery on this figure to sort of bring it up to snuff in terms of making it work. But overall, in terms of the look of the character, I think it looks pretty solid. That's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you'd like to see more reviews of action figures made by Figures Toy Company, think about subscribing to the channel, because I will be covering a lot more of this kind of thing in future videos. Until next time, I hope you're having a great day, and thanks for watching.